Welcome to Jewish Inspirational Stories. We're reading from the book Vayemayin. Up to us. Imagine 600,000 men, about 3 million people, approaching the edge of the Yam Suf. They were trapped. On one side, their slave masters, the Egyptians, bearing down on them and closing in. On the other side awaits a raging sea. Moshe Rabbeinu commands the sea to split, but the sea refuses to part. Suddenly, the sea saw and fled. What did the Yam Suf see that caused it to split? The Midrash informs us that the sea split in honor of one individual, Yosef Chassidic. The bones of Yosef were carried out of Egypt to eventually be buried in Eretz Yisrael. Upon catching sight of the coffin, the sea split. Why? Years earlier, Elisha Potiphar tempted Yosef Chassidic, but stood strong in the face of the enticement and refused to give in to her. Instead, as a pasuk tells us, and he fled and went outside. And this is why the sea fled and split for his descendants. Rav Yehuda HaChassid connects the terms vayanas and he fled to the word miracle, nes. We suggest that every time you are faced with a challenge of looking at something that's inappropriate, you withstand the temptation, instead you flee. That's a nes. It's a miracle because you are resisting your natural urges. Hence, it's as if Hashem said at the time of Kriyas Yam Suf, just like Yosef went against his nature, I'm going to counteract the tendency of nature for the sake of Klal Yisrael. It follows that when you go against your nature, perhaps Hashem will do the same for you in your own life and go against the nature of the world, just like he did years ago. But one resists temptation and guards his kedusha, possesses even more. The Midrash teaches us that the special tzaddikim, righteous individuals, exist in every generation, and it is up to them that the world stands. Our conception of this chazal is that the tzaddikim are static, and it is the same tzaddikim throughout the generation. But Rav Eliyahu Leibshitz of Sanz teaches that these tzaddikim are not static, they're fluid, and they're consistently evolving. Today's tzaddikim are not necessarily yesterday's, and tomorrow's are not necessarily today's. Anyone can join the ranks of these hidden tzaddikim at any time. If a person is presented with the opportunity to look at something inappropriate and chooses not to, at that moment he becomes one of those tzaddikim upon whom the world stands. Incredibly, he is sustaining, upholding, and saving the world, and his power is difficult to quantify. Whenever a Jew walks down the street, goes shopping in the grocery store, sits in his office, or goes to a simcha, and overcomes the nisayon of Shmiras Einayim, he morphs into a tzaddik yesod olam, a righteous individual upon whose shoulders the entire world stands. Thanks, and we'll continue tomorrow.